Put my heart in your hands till it came back round. Didn't think that you'd fallen so deep. Didn't know that I had it in me. Guess my sanity breaks away too easy.
Bring it to a heart, back down. Bring it to a heart, you're whack and it's all your fault. Back down. Bring it to a heart, you're whack and it's all your fault. Back down, back down, back down, back down. That's how it was and that's how it is. Back.
Upside down, had a flame in your eyes, all I saw was doubt. Oh, paranoid, got lost in my own world. Made a choice, now it's too late to return. Watch my sanity break away too easy.
Bring it to a heart, back down. Bring it to a heart, you're whack and it's all your fault. Back down. Bring it to a heart, you're whack and it's all your fault. Back down, back down, back down, back down. That's how it was and that's how it is. Back.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think they won, but I am here to stay. Destiny will overcome, no, I am not afraid. Like a phoenix in the night, my soul will rise. From the darkness to the light, I feel alive. I'm a fire burning bright, I'll never die. Like a phoenix in the night, I will survive. Oh, I will survive. I'm a fire burning bright, I'll never die. Like a phoenix in the night, I will survive. Oh, I will survive.
Chad, baby, I hope you guys are doing well. You guys are in for a little bit of some double trouble here today.
What's up, boys? How are we doing?
Hey, you got the two youngsters in office here today. Just give me a heads up there, guys, on the audio if everything is good. It's always good to be here for London, with Mr. Tempapa himself.
Yes, sir.
The boys have been on fire this week by the looks of it. But other than that, Miles, how you doing, my brother?
I'm all good, my man. How you doing?
Hey, bro, can't complain.
Like, through the Wednesday, boys, we've been having an absolute stunning week this week. Literally no losses on stream, catching some big dubs. So let's see what the rest of the week has in store for us. Yeah, man, I'm pretty excited for today.
Yeah, guys, it's only going to cook up. As you said, this is going to be a big week. I always say to a lot of guys, December, honestly, for me, a lot of guys don't like to trade December. And you know what? I do agree with that. But I'm also like, you know what? There is 2 weeks. 2 weeks of volatility where all the news events are going to come out. Everything's going to come out. After that, you know what? That's why I go on holiday, because then I do feel I'm wasting my time.
For sure.
But the beginning of December, guys, you can still cook up some massive moves to finish the year strong. So don't be sleeping on it. As you've seen, we are literally locked in. We even know, we were talking about the other day, as much as we are at that year-end fatigue, get that second wind, just get going and drive through it now. But before we get to any of that good stuff, guys, just because it's always a little bit different when I'm here, Miles, my brother, I'm going to ask you to open us up with a prayer this morning before we get started.
100%, guys. I think let's do the standard Lord's Prayer. So let's get it, man. Our Father and art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Beautiful stuff, guys. You can drop an amen there in the chat if you are there and in agreement with us. Guys, so I think how we're going to run it here this morning, I'll quickly just do the fundamental chat, just so we can go through that. And then I'm going to give over to my boy over there to do his analysis. I know he's quite locked in for greatness there. And then we'll run it and I'll do my analysis after that. So starting us off with the fundamentals, very short and sweet. Obviously, you had AED GDP come out today. Then again, you've only got GDP at 11 o'clock. You got obviously Governor Bailey speaking. Then 3:15, the big one for me personally for today, is that ADP non-farm employment change. So I really want to see what's happening over there. And again, we are seeing that being quite much of a lower print. So we're going to see if that either beats it or if they have that priced in. Then at 5 o'clock, obviously, you got ISM Services PMI, so another big one. And then Fed Chair Powell speaks tonight at 8:45. So we're going to see what the big man has to say over there. Quite a lot going on at the moment, so going to be very interesting to see if he touches on any of those topics in some of the news articles. But dollar really going to be coming out in full force from about 3 o'clock today. But otherwise, just Governor Bailey speaking at 11 o'clock. So also we'll keep a lookout there for any potential news alerts. But other than that, over to you, my brother.
100%. Okay, guys, I was just busy refining some things, but let's go through it completely. Let's see what's actually happening on GJ. Right, GJ overall on their daily is still bullish in my opinion. As I've mentioned, we are still trading above my pullback levels. So for me, what I want to see right now is how is price going to act off of this quarter pip level of 190 today. Okay, we can clearly see we are starting to reject it already, with forming that bottom wick on their daily, then going ahead and re-breaking yesterday's high. So even though yesterday was an indecision day, it can be one of two things: rejection from the support level or grab of liquidity, because my 4 hours still bearish, and then price can obviously overflow to the downside. So today's gonna be one of those days where I'm mostly just going to range everything. So if I look on this daily, and I look to the left hand side, right, I've got my lows over there, I've got my highs over there. We can clearly see that that area of liquidities is my range. There's my range right there, there's my range right there. So where is price right now? Are we not at the bottom of the range, meaning that this is support? After grabbing liquidity, throwing us back into that level, could we not look too long from that area? Surely we can, right? So that is my idea for today, is to see if we can pop away from these daily levels and continue driving to that 192.500 level. Now, there's going to be major areas that I'm looking at right now on the 4 hour, and this is it. So 4 hour areas I've already popped in. I've popped in the low, I've popped in the high, and then I found a micro level where price is just floating above right now, 190.350, around that area. Now, why this is important for me is because if I look at the daily, if I look left at this area, 190720, around that area where price is stuttering right now, this is your bodily support. As you can see, those two candles over there, that can act as a current resistance, previous support. So I really want to see how price acts off of that level, because this could be our turning point where price starts to sink down. However, because that 4 hour is now trading above these levels, I'm going to anticipate that a rebreak of the current daily high, we can then look to target my next area over there, seeing that the 30 minute has now flipped bullish after that. Let me just show you quickly why I'm saying so. That was my low, that was my high. Price drove, pulled back, created a new high, and then continued to break those lows, meaning that that was now low, that was now high. We just went and broke that, flipping my 30 minute bullish. Okay, so the idea for this morning is to see how are we going to react off of the current resistance area on my 4 hour, as well as my daily, which is this 700 area here. Can you guys see that? That's the area right there. That is going to be your same area on the daily. Do you guys see that? There's the area right there. So it's very important for me to see how price acts off of this, because this will then give me the idea that if we are to re-break the current daily highs, I can then say, okay, you know what, that area of resistance couldn't hold on my daily, my 4 hour. We can then anticipate that price can then close above, retest, and continue driving with my bullish momentum that I'm seeing on the 30 minute. And then on the contrary, if it starts pulling down, I won't look for shorts until it can break this support area, because then I'm going to see this as price rejecting, getting beneath, retesting, and then driving to the downside. Why I won't take that early shorts is because this could be that pullback for price to start lunging to the upside. So where's my plays today? It is going to be buys off of this area, buys above there, and shorts beneath there. Very, very straightforward. My type of entry execution, I'll obviously tell you when I do take it, because just a reminder, this is purely just education and entertainment. So whatever I call is just purely based on what I see according to my strategy, my opinion, and also this will be obviously my personal trades that I take on a daily basis. So what I'd love to see right now is going to be the following scenarios. Is this closing above the level? So we got about 15 minutes for the 30 close. 15 is going to close now in 3 seconds. It's not a trade for me. However, that means I'm going to have to wait for London open at 10. Wait for that 30 minute close above the level. Once I can get the 30 minute close above the level for something like that, I can then look for the tap in, the grab liquidity, and the continuation of price driving. And then on the contrary, if that doesn't happen, I want to then see how price starts to come down to these support areas over here. Let me just make this gray so you guys can understand that. Okay, I want to see how, wait, come on now. I want to see how price starts coming down to these areas. Reason being, if I can get a bullish engulfing off of this area, this will be my type 2 style entry for then longs to happen for something like this, anticipating price to then pop back up. Okay, so that will be my type 2 style entry. On the contrary, if that really doesn't happen, and both those scenarios don't happen, and we just start selling off, then we're going to play the type 3 play, which will be trades beneath this area over there. So the break, the retest, the drive. Okay, so that is me on GJ. I feel like it is relatively straightforward. This is my current areas. It's going to be my relatively safe buys above here. Where is that? Safe buys above your current daily high. That's going to be the rebreak of the daily high after price grab and liquidity. I like that a lot. My aggressive buys is going to be coming off of this support area as a type 2. Where is this now? And then my aggressive shorts, because obviously it's against the structure, I'll then be looking for those type 3 sells. If we can just select that, that would be great.
So Mayra, it starts at 10 o'clock London opens.
Yeah. Sorry, so that is my plan on GJ. I feel like it is really straightforward. If you guys have any questions, do let me know. Let's have a look at gold. Gold looking like a really low stance car going sideways at the moment, because that's all it is doing. Literally just printing. I can tell you now, guys, I am not touching gold with a 10-foot pole. I'm fine, thanks. I'll mark out my areas for you guys so you guys can see that, but I'm not going to be trading gold today. I don't like it at all. Too choppy. It's not nice. It looks not good. So let me just have that areas out so you guys can see it. Current daily low, current daily high doesn't really matter for me, because it's Now, I'm not going to mark that because it's in a range. That quarter pip level's right there as well. So all I'm going to show you is going to be your resistance area right there, because as you can see, gold is in a range. This is the range as I'm highlighting right now. The only time I'm going to look for shorts or buys is outside of your micro levels. So here's your next area there. Okay, so this for me is a buying opportunity. This for me is aggressive shorting opportunity, coming with the idea that your daily is still bearish and all you're doing is going to be range trading the pair off of the idea that once it starts trading beneath it, you can look to short. And then that's pretty much about it, boys. If I dive deeper into that 30-minute, I'll show you exactly how I'll take the trade. But within this range, I'm not so keen on trading that at all. I wouldn't even say there's type 3s happening from resistance, because there's no bottom wick on that, is there? So if you had gotten gold trades this morning, I don't even know how you'd be able to do that, because it looks like shit. So for me personally, boys, this is going to be my areas. This is a whole no trade range. It's huge, I know, but I don't want that choppiness. I'll more so rather just trade in that level there, no trade, that level there. Okay, but to be very frank with you, London, I'll probably be on stream. Well, my trading hours is not like 11:30. I don't think I'm going to get a setup on gold by that time, unless this thing really just rapid fires. So for me, gold is going to be a no-go today. All I'm going to do is focus on GJ and see if we can get a setup. Okay. Cool, over to you, Keys.
All right. Okay, guys, let's run it. DXY, I'm still pretty much neutral, guys. Now, the thing is, I'm actually, funny enough, I want to really be leading to the bullish side. As I said, I don't like to bet against the dollar this time now, but we are obviously holding this. The thing for me, as I said to the guys yesterday, and I want to stick into that, is we have this key level. So this key level is holding for us. The weekly pivots been, so we had Monday, we traded up. Yes, we had a bearish day on Tuesday, but still holding the key level, holding the weekly pivot. Wednesday, we've had the test and now holding again. So definitely still up there. As I said, very simply, I said to the guys yesterday, if you're on stream with us, and I said this was the key level, we had to hold that. If we broke underneath this, we were going to then see us basically range between the yearly pivot and this key level probably until NFP on Friday. Now, obviously, the fact we're holding this, this is what makes it a little bit more interesting, because we can honestly, for myself, I'm going to see us range anywhere between this current key level and the weekly R1 for now, until we obviously break that. Then we can obviously go higher, but this will be the range target for me for now. So I am definitely looking at a little bit of a bullish dollar. Obviously going to be very dependent at the moment on what happens with that news event today. So that is a major one for me. So it really depends on what happens at ADP, and that's why I'm still staying neutral, not just going full on bullish as of yet. But again, major thing, we are holding a weekly pivot. We've held that yearly resistance again, now holding our key level. So even though we are slowly slugging away there to the top, we are still holding that bullish momentum. So when we look at as well, we had a gap up, obviously traded down, closed it. Asia highs, came back for Asia lows for the retest, testing that key level, weekly pivot, daily pivot EQ. Now you have Asia highs untested. So if we go for that, you want to see a nice move of Asia highs and then see that pump and drive as well for daily R1, previous daily highs. Otherwise, we're going to reject at these previous daily highs and we'll see us come back into the Asia range. So just going to keep a lookout for that. But am bullish, but we're going to keep it neutral until confirmation after basically ADP. Over with Nasdaq, we have gone completely bullish now. I said to the guys yesterday, remember, we were holding this yearly R2, and this was the thing for me. If we had to, we were neutral yesterday, long-term bullish, and we said very simply, if we wanted to see any moves and major moves, this thing needed to run for us, and that's exactly what we got. We got there, we got above that weekly R2. Now I can stay bullish. So keep in mind, guys, just to show everyone, on the weekly, we are back at all-time highs on Nasdaq. So this is where it gets interesting now. Very simply for me, when we look at it, we have the monthly pivot all the way down here. So very simply, I'm going to just be targeting the other end first, which would be your monthly R1. So for myself, that'll be a realistic target. I'm not saying as in today it is going to hit that. I'm just saying probably by the end of the week, that monthly R1 would be my target. That's if we do continue bullish. Again, very dependent on what's going to happen with the news this week. Otherwise, now if we look here, so same thing, a little bit of a gap down. Asia lows went straight, then Asia highs. We've been trading above Asia highs. If we simply hold above this, we're obviously going to go for that daily R1. But what I'd say is the minute we break back into this, very good chance we are going bearish, but I'd rather even wait for a break under the previous daily high. Then I definitely think they'd move all the way back down to the EQ, possibly even this yearly R1 or yearly R2, and the daily S1 becomes realistic, because once we do a daily high and we fail, that for me is always a false break reversal. So we're going to see that come into play there. Going into USD now, we obviously still stayed bullish, but we obviously, when we see here on the lower side, we had this little support here of these body lows. We had a massive move to the downside, and the reason I flipped bullish, the same thing if you guys remember yesterday, I was neutral, even though we had those awesome sells. The thing is that previous daily low, and that was the target. We spoke about it. The fact we wicked those previous daily lows and had the rejection we did, turning around and now trading back above this weekly pivot, I'm definitely going to go bullish, because if you think of this like a range, you've literally gone to the lower spectrum, the weekly S1 and that previous daily low, bounced off it very, very aggressively, showing us that volume we want to see coming in there. Then we are back above, if you want to call it, the 50% of the range. Obviously, now the next thing is we want to trade back to the weekly R1. So that means going for those all-time highs and seeing that drive over there. Again, not saying that's all happening today, but we're going to see what comes into play. Very similar to what happened with yesterday's move. If you guys didn't see us trade that, very, very simple. Literally the grabber kick taken live with you guys. Asia lows, Asia highs. We are now having the fake out. If we can get the sweep and come back in, same thing as I said with Nasdaq, very most likely we're going to come back down. Asia lows untested, come for the daily pivot to EQ, and if we get that rejection move, that's where we want to go long, and we'll anticipate the daily pivot EQ all the way to the daily R1. So this in a nutshell would be the most ideal, the triple A grade setup for the day for us. So we're going to see what happens there. Then lastly with gold as well, I must say I really do agree with Miles. Guys, this is shit. This is what you don't want to touch. My mom used to always tell me, if you play with shit, you're going to smell like shit. And this is the literal definition of that, guys. You do not want to get involved with this. As much as this is a major, major level for me with this monthly pivot, you literally can't, if you can't get away from it, this thing's going to range. We want to see volume come in, as I always say, as I'm not going to say New York trader, but trading gold, trading USD, if you want to trade these things, you've got to embrace the volatility. If there's no volatility, that's when you step away from it, because that's when you're going to get hurt. So now the fact, as much as I want to say this was our first test, we can think of it like a fake out and then your resistance. So if I am looking at this, I am seeing the sells preferably coming in. But again, retail, that's also going to tell you that's your head and shoulders, which I don't like seeing retail stuff here. So we're going to see what happens, but ideally, I'm probably not going to touch this thing, guys, if I'm being honest with you. Very happy with it until we take those lows. Until this year gets taken, I don't think I'm going to be very happy with it, because that is very bouncy, very up and down. We can see literally how this is held here, those lows. So until we can break that, and very simply, it's the type of trade we talk about. Again, have volatility, have volume. If this breaks with a closure, same thing as the previous daily low, you almost want to see this. If that enters, I can have a very tight stop, because I want to see this drive. And if it drives, there's a previous daily low, you're either going to hit that and reject, otherwise this thing is going to drive, and then you're still going to get that move and catch an awesome trade. Very simply, previous daily low, daily S1, that holds, daily S2, and when we look at the higher time frame, same thing over there, that lines up. So not only you can actually monitor it, if it bounces, you know you're going to hold that. But again, same thing, if you do take a little bit of that daily S2, you take in these lows, you're going to see even more of a drive. And again, for the guys that have been here from the start of the week, and if you've been paying attention, I've already been saying to you guys, I do potentially see gold going all the way back down to 2600, potentially even that yearly resistance at 2550. So just keep a lookout at that. But we're going to see what happens there. As I said, very, very messy range. You do not want to touch that right now. Asia lows obviously is untested, so realistically that can become a nice target. But again, you're not going to want to enter here. If you had to enter, and I think that's the same as what Miles said, this is where you wanted your entry to be, this breakout of this little consolidation here. But realistically, how would you got in there? Because those were so many fake outs. How would you have known this was going to finally be the breakout? That's the thing for me. So anyway, you kind of in no man's land. So a little bit of a thing we're going to have to wait and see. I'm going to set my alerts at Asia lows. We'll see if we get that breakout. Otherwise, potentially, even if we can maybe get above the EQ, we'll start watching if we do get a buy confirmation, that if we can take out the highs, because that's a nice equal highs at the monthly pivot, we can also see a driving factor from 2650. But pretty much that's everything from me, guys. We have literally 2 minutes left till market open. I think we'll just put it on the split screen for now.
Yeah, I want to see how Jesus is starting to react with these levels. I want to see if I might get a potential type 5, you guys, which is going to be the closure week bearish. Next count to pop down as it breaks highs, I go in and long it.
So, Noah, the one thing I was going to say, brother, have you gone through the thing? There is a welcome section, and in that welcome section, it tells you where to find everything in that group. So, Lyndon, you're already taking you a step forward there. But yeah, my brother, please just check out the welcome section. It does tell you where you're going to find everything.
Okay, Matt, that looks good. Looks good, Matt. I like it. Well done on that. Well done on that. Gino, let's see what you took this morning as well. I saw you guys were chatting early this morning.
Gonna be interesting, yeah, bro, finishing off the year.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Few more trades.
Okay, guys, we got a minute left for London Open. What I would like to see is this candle close weak bearish. Next candle to start dropping down, grabbing liquidity, and as it impulses to the upside, 2 pips above the high, I'm going long. Let's see how it closes. Let's see how it closes. Round 5 is almost ready. Craig, yes, I do take consideration of the weekly flip. It's not a major thing for me, but I do take it into consideration, yes. If this closes weak bullish, you know I can't take it. It has to be a bearish candle if it's going to be a type 5. So we got 15 seconds. GJ, what are you saying?
That top 5 seems like it's been working for you.
Banger. Banger, my dude.
Man brings out the top 5. We bring out the new and improved cracker.
I love it. Okay, there's the close. Nothing for me, boys.
Talking about that, guys. I don't think it will happen now this year still. Obviously, we've got quite a lot we're wrapping up. But going into the new year, there might be a very, very big collab that we are doing. We were chatting with the guy last night, finalizing a few things, but I think this is going to put our mark on the industry a bit. Our first international collaboration.
Okay, boys, markets open.
Hey, there we go,
Let's
guys.
go. Round 5.
That is 5, eh?
5.
Round 5.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. Fight. I know what.
Does this... Okay, GJ, no bottom wick as of yet, boys.
Yeah, Jax. You're not working with that clown, bro. He's already come to South Africa and he's worked with some other clowns. But no, we are definitely not doing that.
Okay, GJ just going now. Let's see what gold is doing. Gold is also not...
He's a big boy in the industry. Like, he's not small, guys. How many followers does he actually have?
Definitely not Daniel Savage.
No.
Definitely not him. Am I in buys? Nope.
He's got 500,000 followers. And his name starts with an A. No, Jackson, it's not Alex G.
But just a quick disclaimer for those that are watching, this is purely just entertainment and for education. So keep those eyes and ears open so you can learn.
No, brother, no, we're not in a bar. Is his name John?
Let me see this on the. So we're pretty much tapping that body on the left hand side now. On GJ.
Guys, I'm not going to answer you who it is, because I'm not also going to be that person to say, as I said, potential lineup. It's just a little bit of a teaser. We'll see if it does come through completely. But it's just something for you guys to think of.
Just give me a second.
New trades, I'm a girl. Okay, sorry about that, but still, no, we're not in a bar. I don't know why you think that. Might be. Yeah, I don't drink like that, and Chris doesn't drink like that size, so. Geeks, and that's open no bottom wick. You think bullish momentum or a top wick being made? I do still like the bullish momentum, brother. After we basically held above that weekly R2. But as I said, the fact once we do break, if we get under the previous daily high, then I do think the sells can come in. Jeez, please feel the. Hey, your beard is growing so fast. My beard? Yes, I don't know. Do you call this a beard? Yo, Brian, you say something and people always like, they'll pick up on the one thing, like ignore the whole other sentence, but they'll pick up on the one thing you're like, that's incorrect. What you train there, Keegs? I'm looking all over. That was just Nas I was looking at for. Let me put this on for you guys, because you can't obviously see it on the normal thing. Yeah, I hate the split screen, guys. You know that. Not the split screen, the watermark. It drives me crazy. I'm so hectic this morning. Yo, bro, I don't know what happened this morning. The guys like get their teeth brushed quite quickly, some haircuts. Their girlfriends break up with them. I don't know what these oaks are. But these oaks are ready to roll here today. DXY also coming back down. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Chad, 15k subs incoming. It's the heat, bro. Yeah, bro, I think this little heat wave is getting to everyone. What is our thing sitting at now? Yeah, guys, we basically 350 more subscribers to 15k.
Yo, GJ absolutely flying here, boys. Not even waiting for us. Literally just opened and ripped this morning. Yo, no bottom wick at all. So for me, with price doing this kind of puts me at a point where I don't think I'm going to get a position right now.
I was going to say, bro, do you also wait for a bottom wick?
Yeah, has to have a bottom wick.
So, yeah, that's my question, bro. Did you always wait for a bottom wick, or was that Chris's influence on you?
No, always. Always. Candlestick anatomy is one of the most important things part of my strategy. There's 5 components on each individual candle: the open, the close, the high, the low, and the body. So that's very important. And I use the, because I see market structure not only in the actual overflow of the market, but also within the candles. So each individual candle will represent something for me. So I need to see that the candles make higher highs and higher lows within itself as well. And I use that to all my strategy as well.
Okay, I'm with you.
And that's also what heavily influences my type 5 entry. So like this, if this candle had closed bearish, would have created resistance. This one to create a bottom wick, and as the little broken highs, I could have taken it, but we missed out on 2 confirmations, so I couldn't take it.
Alright.
So yeah, boys, with GJ pushing like this now, I don't think I'm gonna get a trade. I don't think I'm gonna get a trade, man.
Bro, and you know the scary thing is that Lennon, we're talking about that heat wave, bro. So obviously we're here now, and I think what today's like, let me not get it wrong. Today is literally only 25, and it feels like it's cooking. Then we go to Pretoria in 2 weeks, a week and a half, and they currently having like 35, 37. Then we go to, for New Year's, we in Hoedspruit. And Hoedspruit, bro, 45. Oh my lord, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yo, must not take ice blocks with you.
Yes.
Holy, your beard has grown so fast. Mine, probably mine, because Keeks is naked.
I was gonna say, bro. I was like,
look, I'm not gonna lie. My hair in general grows very quick, so that's why I didn't mind doing the Movember. I didn't mind doing the Movember thing because I knew, like, give me like a week and my beard's back. Give me 2 weeks and it's fully back. I don't know. It's just in my genes.
Please go to
Very fast.
Enon in the Valley of Kirkwood. Your sweat is even hot. Yo, Rooks, bro. I promise you, if I don't come back with a tan, then I don't know, bro. I don't know.
That's my way of vest.
Because we just said literally, like, the friends we're going with there, like, obviously it's on the lodge. So we were like, the whole time, yes, we'll do a few game drives and stuff, but like, you go to the waterfalls,
Ooh, that's nice.
You play paddle almost every single day. Then you like hang out at the restaurants and stuff. So it's you're up and about the whole time.
Wait, paddle in the
45
heat.
degrees Celsius.
Paddle in the heat.
Yeah, bro.
45-degree paddle. Dang.
That's gonna be,
That's
bro.
gonna
I'm
be
gonna just playing paddle. I'm gonna come back here with a 12 pack. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
shredded, bro. I'm
Shredded.
sweated everything.
That
out.
water is gone.
Geez, we closed tomorrow there, bro, but took leave for my birthday the 19th, so I technically closed the 19th. I say 11 years in the spread. There were days that it was so hot that the leopards laid in the shadows of the tower of the base.
52
Geez, we were
degrees.
playing on the farm, 43 degrees, ate it. Bro, that's crazy. 45 in the shade.
Can miss me with that.
Yes, here's a question, bro. So, I was watching a podcast the other night. So, if you had to say your heritage, what would you say you more predominantly?
Cape Malay.
Cape Malay.
Cape Malay, yeah.
Yes, bro. I was not expecting that answer.
Why?
I was imagining coming with like Mexican or something. Or
Now, most of my family, well, 99% of my family is Cape Townian. So I'd say Cape Malay, but no, I'm lying actually. I would say 60% is Cape Malay because the other 40% is white people. I'm not even lying. The entire, from my grand upwards, it's just white people. So Cape Malay mixed with Soti. Yeah.
okay.
Cape Flats. Don't joke about that, bro. My family will shoot your ass. Because we're not that far from there, actually. I'm just being straight up, dude. Soak Malay.
Keys, what do you think about GU? Okay, let me have a look at GU.
Oh, that's a Linden bubble.
Hey bro, I've been pretty spot on. I think Lyndon can maybe agree with me, guys. Like, I know every now and again Lyndon asked me when we did our prep calls and stuff, I went over GU and stuff like that. I think I've been pretty spot on with my GU analysis.
Guys, you know, like, Yazid, speaking about that, when I met Keegan and I saved his number, I saved it as Van Wyk. Only, when did I start streaming? Like 2 months ago when I came into office. Only then I changed it to Van Dijk. I thought it was Van Wyk the whole time. I thought the dude had the same surname as me. Crazy.
Yeah, bro. I'm actually gonna say I'm bearish in GU, yeah. Purely reason for me, guys. So this I'm gonna ignore Friday's move. For this week now, this is my big bearish move. Bearish in golf and taking out the lows. Now you trade it back in, so you had a retest. This one, yeah, if this holds, I want to say move to the downside. So I am going to say I'm a bit more bearish on it. And we've obviously seen this over here. So when we look at it, you can see how we traded back in. We also hit the weekly pivot. We are holding, but we're holding that daily key level above it over there. So as much as we're doing this, there's a lot of consolidation. Same thing I talk about, volume not really coming in. So we want to see the move come to the downside. And now, obviously, as I said, I don't want to be betting against the dollar. So I really can see the dollar go from strength to strength. But very simply at the same time, this is the final stand. So you have a nice almost equal high here. So if you are going to go bullish, GU needs to actually drive this and run it. Otherwise, if this continues to reject here, when we just keep looking at our normal pivots and things like that as well, you obviously Asia highs, Asia lows, then you've tested Asia highs with the sweep. If you do reject again and come back into the Asia range, and get underneath, for example, the EQ, you have the daily pivot, EQ, weekly pivot, all in a very similar area. Asia lows untested, daily S1 and previous daily lows. So we can see a very nice drive to the downside. But as I say, this is going to be a make or break. Same way as I said, I don't want to bet against the dollar, but hence we are still staying neutral because you have a major event today. If that ADP is a very, very big miss, we're going to see the dollar fall quite a bit. That's just my expectation basically for the rest of the week. And then you are going to see this go bullish. So I wouldn't necessarily say I'm bearish. This, as I said, I don't really analyze this. So this is always gets updated as I look at it. But very simply, above this daily key level, I'll look for the buys. Underneath this daily key level, I'll keep looking for the sells.
Guys, I did a little bit of adjustment on my GJ, obviously because it's driven already. So there's two scenarios here that can possibly play out. I love the idea of buys above that area of 190, let's say 191, 300, around that area. There's the LT on the left hand side. At that point, why it's so awesome for me is because your 4 hour then flips bullish, giving us a 3v1 for the buys. And then you've got the LTA on the left hand side, anticipating that the next push is going to be from range low, which is there, to range high, which is there. So pretty much once you start getting above here, we should anticipate that price can tap into the level 191,800. So that is quite nice for GJ. But the way it's rejecting right now, obviously because we're bullish, we could then see something like this, right, where you have this candle pumping so far and then closing for something like that, right? And then your next candle, you anticipate it'll grab liquidity and start wick filling. However, that's not the trade that I'm going to take today, just because there is no bottom wick on the candle. So my thought pattern right now is thinking that, are we not tapping into the liquidity right there to start rejecting off of those highs to come back down to the support level? So I'll more so rather leave that and take my shorts like that, okay? However, if it does come down to form the bottom wick and then close, then I can do the flip and the drive. But to just take it on the next candle, anticipating that price will drive, is too risky because there's no candlestick anatomy anymore. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Is this the rejection that we need to come back down? Or scratch that, be patient, wait for longs above there. And that's going to be the play for me. It's going to be the shorts here and the buys there. This at the moment obviously can change, but this at the moment is going to be a no trade area for now, until we can get more support or more confluences to say, okay, we're holding this level, let's drive price up. But just going off the idea that we got to close, which is weak bullish, which closed already, I don't think it's enough for me, to be honest with you. I still feel like we can come down and make the lows for London. Remember, London Open doesn't have lows at the moment. It's going to make it. You with me? So for me, it's going to be a patience card right now, and just be patient and wait for one of those two areas to be tapped, and then I can obviously trade off of that. Okay. And then just a revision on gold. Gold, once again, just nothing. Beneath 26.34. That's where I would say I'm fine with trades. Just want to adjust this area as well.
There are so many trees in Joburg, which is... Wait, what? It goes to be a third page and say goodbye using the star graphics if I can. Wait, where are those about trees?
Yeah, guys. So I actually met Lyndon a couple of years ago through his cousin, and the only reason why we saw Lyndon because we went and watched one of his cricket matches. He was actually playing for Calcutta Knight Riders. So Lyndon is still playing for them. It was quite a cool cricket match, and then I think he did get taken to Sri Lanka for about 3 years, eh? Quite a top spin on that guy's bowl.
Brian, no, I do agree with you. That's why for me, as I say, I either want to see a drive of previous daily lows, otherwise that can reject and goes bullish. Who was it? I did see someone else. Keys, I don't know if you spoke about it, but what's your take on the BRICS versus the dollar? So here's my thoughts, bro. Everyone wants to vote for BRICS because it's that typical underdog fight. And yes, the dollar is, if you want to call it, think of it like the top guy. They the bully. They run everyone. They tell everyone what to do. Everything is against the dollar. So I don't. BRICS isn't going to replace the dollar. That's never going to happen. But some places might implement it. They might bring it in. But to do it, guys, it's just the way the world works. It's just one of those things people always want to say, oh, but life's not fair. Well, tough, go cry about it. It's not going to change. It's the same way of just saying, you know what, I don't like petrol anymore. And it's unfair that the guys who are in power of petrol have so much power in the world. I'm going to make my car run off of vegetable oil. No, it doesn't work. So it's one of those things. I'm always going to be on the dollar side. I also earn my money in dollars, so I want the dollar to win. But it's, yeah, the BRICS, you know what, they might be able to do some things. And as much as they want to talk about it, guys, even if we just talk specifically now South Africa, the amount of exports we do to America, if they cut us off, how much our economy is going to suffer? Big time. So dollars ruled for years now. And yeah, exactly. But the thing is, it's not going to change. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not going to change. We, for example, if you go back years, South Africa was in a very powerful position. And we made decisions that we threw our country down the drain. We threw away our power. And that was the choices that was made. You're not going to change that now. So the wine industry alone would crumble. Exactly. So BRICS, as much as they're trying to think of it and they want to do this and people, I don't think, truly understand the consequences of if what they want to do gets actually implemented. BRICS free today with 4% jump. Yeah, so I'm not for it, bro. It's, again, it can maybe go into a few areas, but it's not going to replace the dollar. That's never going to happen.
Is there anything in the markets because of the martial law call in South Korea? No, I don't think that's going to affect anything.
What's your thoughts on it, bro?
Bro, to be honest with you, when I hear martial law, I don't think Forex at all. This is what I think about. Let me show you.
Well, I'm not, okay, the martial law, but the BRICS versus the dollar.
Oh, dude, it's just always going to be like this for me. I love my country.
Yeah, exactly.
I love my country.
Bro. Yeah.
But it's kind of nice when the rand is like 20, 20 or 1950, because then the withdrawals is good, man. So, yeah. But anyways, boys, this is what I think of when I hear martial law. This is this is for me, bro. When I hear martial law, all I can hear is this guy screaming in Tekken. What? That sort of vibe. So, I definitely won't, well, I won't say definitely, but for me, in my opinion, it's not something that I will take into consideration. But then again, you guys know me. I'm not a fundamental trader. I don't take those sort of things into consideration. It needs to be major for me, like NFP. It needs to be FOMC or BOE or BOJ or something like that. Then I'll take it into consideration. But like martial laws and stuff, not really.
Bro, also the thing is, so I always said this, guys. Now we're going to talk about this. So, for example, I'm just going to pull this up on my thing, but everyone raged Bitcoin. Okay, now again, I've preached on this a million times. When it's all over social media and it's going absolutely crazy, and your granny, your auntie, your gardener, your maid, everyone's telling you how they're buying Bitcoin, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to crash. Okay? Let's just go have a look here quickly. Let's bloody choose anyone. I don't freaking know. Let's see what recently happened. You had there with your big move. We nearly hit 100 and poof, all the way back down to almost 90. Or you did hit 90. Now you're trying to fight back again. And again, there's going to be ups and downs. So when everyone's trying to get involved, that's what's going to happen. Now, I want to just do the same thing, guys. Let's just talk about this very quickly for you guys. Because everyone wants to get involved. This is the same thing. I can tell you now, all the guys that are going bricks. It's the same guys that are going XRP. Yes, when you look at this, XRP is what, 450% up already, I think. Now, yes, I've even chatted with friends about this, and that's where I'm going to really give my input, because these are people I've chatted to, and even with them who are more experts in this field have agreed with it and said, this thing's 100, maybe 100% more, possibly.
Can we drop that aircon?
Turn it off.
Yeah, it feels like I'm in a butchery right now. In the freezer.
You can possibly do another 100%, and yes, that's still nice, but then those things coming down, because again, it's the same thing. It's everywhere. So what does that mean? The guys that were holding, the investors that have been holding since this thing was flipping or there, they've now cashed out. And when all those big boys start to cash out, you're going to have moves. There's just a lot of other things that have a lot more risk. So pump and dump time coming. Exactly. Like when there's the pump, the dump is going to come. So it's just the same thing, guys. Like, and I'm not saying it's not there. Yes, crypto, there is a lot more into it. And as I say, I'm even still learning myself now, getting more involved in it. But at the same time, people need to understand, like, that's a lot of the rest of where people want to get involved in these things. So the same thing with bricks. People want it because they want to just be like, we want to overthrow, we want to break the system, we want to do this, and it's not going to happen.
Okay, we got 5 minutes to the 30 close. I would like to see this candle make a bottom wick and then start retracing heavily so that I can take a type 5 on the 15. On the contrary, if it starts engulfing closes beneath the level on the 30, I'm going to short it. So there's a high probability that me, myself, and I will get a trade in the next 5 minutes. No, not drop it like the temperature, like pull off.
I didn't turn it off.
No, it's going one way, yeah.
Oh, right, check.
The thing's...
Check, I'm going to write this off.
What? This thing's showing 19 degrees, my guy. There we go. You're like an instant... Wow. Instant change there, boys. Keegan's frosting me up. $15 engulfing. Guys, we could get something very spicy. Something very spicy might appear very soon. Who's that Pokemon? Something could look good. Rollover. Grab a liquidity at your open. Rollover, retest. Ooh.
Bro, I'm so confused.
What's up?
Okay. Noah, are you still here in the chat? So Noah asks us how to get my indicator. I didn't even know you can do this, but now they're privately messaging me on TradingView. I don't know. You
On
can do
Trading
this. On
View?
Trading View, you can privately message people.
What?
So if you have their Trading View like ID, you can message people on Trading View. I don't know this.
What?
I saw this now and I'm like, notification on the messages. I was like, what? Then I
Trading
see other
View
people
has a
chat, and then
messenger?
there's a private section and there's your private like DMs, if you want to call it that.
What?
Like, hi, and now my thing is the first thing, bro, is what? Hi, brother. Did you not just cuck me out because you were a chick? And now you, so how do you blame me? Hi, I just messaged you. Yes, I know.
No was
No,
raging
you're
yesterday because my
confusing me.
TP
You
was
say-
small.
Because you say you're a chick and then you say hi, brother. Like, how do you think I'm gonna respond to that? I'm gonna go, what's up, brother? And then you can tell me you're a chick again.
Hey, soul sister.
Noah, please go to the Discord. Go to the private group. There's a welcome section. There's a video for you to watch. That's literally gonna walk you through everything. Then don't even watch the video if you don't want to, because clearly you don't want to do that. Then go to announcements. Lyndon answered it for you in the chat. I think it was Lyndon or it was Rook, so it was someone. Go to the announcement section. Scroll up, and you eventually are gonna find the link for the indicator. You click on it, and you open it, and you will then have the indicator. There's nothing I have to give you access. I don't have to give you access. The link is there. Once you have the link, you can have access to it.
I heard BMW drivers can't use that indicator though,
Hey, bro.
because they don't use indicators. BMW
At
drivers.
this
and taxi
point, I'm
drivers.
hoping Noah is not a BMW driver.
Okay, boys, a minute. What is this? Yeah, a minute to close. 15.
Bro, it's fine. You're going to be joining the BMW family. Then I'm...
Self-attack is not healthy, Miles. It is very healthy. My thing is this. Actually, this happened to me today. Actually, I'm not going to say it. Taxi drivers, it's a normal thing for me, actually. This taxi driver is indicating left, but it just keeps turning right. I don't know if they purposely do it on the way to jump. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. How is that close? No thanks.
Bro, you must see... There was a... I'm not going to name names, but he was one of my mentors at a stage. Bro. I always said to Chris, and that's what, to be fair, like, we've had moments where I'll be hard. Like, you can ask our guys in the calls. Sometimes, I think once or twice, Chris has maybe been hard on the guys. Where with myself, like, I'll tell you as it is, bro. If you're wasting my time, you're wasting my time.
For sure.
Like, I don't need your one little subscription. It's not going to change the world to me. So if you're wasting my time, screw off. Now, in this mentor, these guys are on a call. We're on an educational call type of thing. There's a different word for it, but I'm not going to say because I think it will give away who it is. But, bro, these oaks are just asking stupid shit. Like, it's a thing of, it's right there. It is right there. Just do it yourself. But you have to be spoon-fed. And this oak loses his shit on these people. Next minute, they're like, yo, but now I pay money and I have to do this and this is how you want to talk to me. And the oak tells him straight. He says, you know what? I'll refund you right now. He's like, I'll refund you triple your payment because I don't need your money. But you fuck off and you banned. I don't ever want to see you again. Don't come back. Don't try to get all of my group. He's like, if I know it's you, he's like, I'll report you. He's like, just stay away from me. I want nothing to do with you. Like, I can't work with two people with two brain cells. And he goes in on these people, bro. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah.
I think the godfather of telling people shit on stream is Raja. Raja just, he has no filter. It's literally pure entertainment for me.
Bro, but you know my thing is, so again, please chat, this is not hate on anyone. I'm not having an attack on anyone. Like, Noah, this isn't directed at you. Please don't think that. But like, we've had people, bro, that have come to me And for example, like they want to start trading. Now they want to go the prop route. So the guy buys a R1 million account. Keep in mind what the R1 million account is, what, 5,000, 6,000 rand. Gets a R1 million account. Then messages us and goes, okay, cool guys, I'm happy, but so how do I withdraw the R1 million now?
Hectic.
I'm like, what? No, like I paid, I got the account, but now how do I withdraw the R1 million? I'm like, did you just think you paid 5-6 grand
Crazy.
and then we give you R1 million? And what? Like you just get R1 million? Like, what was the logic here?
Can't do with the million.
Bro, then I've had people message me and they'll be like, bro, no, I've been trading. Like, I want to learn to trade like you, boss. And I'm like, okay, sharp. Let's do this. So what do you know about trading? No, I've been trading for a few years now. So I say, okay, cool. So what broker do you recommend? So I'll be like, no, this is the broker we use. This is our partner broker, whatever the case is. I use this, or I use that, whatever. And you? He goes, no, I use MetaTrader. No, but so who's your broker? No, MetaTrader. So I'm like, bro, how do you deposit to MetaTrader? Oh no, then they'll come back to you. How do I deposit to my MetaTrader account? I'm like, oh boy.
The money's already there.
Oh, then you have to explain to them what a broker is. That you have to actually first have a broker, and then the broker gives you a MetaTrader account logins, and then you log in on MetaTrader with those accounts, and then you have to deposit into the broker, and then it shows on Meta, and then they're like, oh. I'm like, so how long have you been trading for? Bro, like some clowns, bro. Clowns.
Raja chucked his headphones because someone asked him how to do partial 001. Now, for me, Raja is pure comedy. He's a lach because he just has no filter. The clips that I've seen of him is like, I don't know, I just can't stop laughing.
No, Kajita, bro. That's what I always say to people. Like,
How do you say the name?
Kajita.
Okay.
That's how I'm saying it.
Vegeta.
Kajita. Maybe I'm wrong, bro.
I'm actually curious. That's why whenever I like read these comments, I just go Nicodemus. That's like, I don't even try.
But yeah, like, bro, trust me, I don't have the patience. Like, I try. You can even ask the stream. They've seen it a few times. Like, for example, when someone comes in here and they ask me a question, and I've answered the question, and then I don't get people like they'll come here, ask a question, I don't know, then what do they leave for like an hour, then come back and then ask a question again, then they leave and then they come. So it's like you answering the question, but the flipping person's left, so they never hear to hear the question being answered. So what's the point asking the question? Then I get irritated, bro. Then I'm like, okay, you are irritating me now.
What is your guys' take on the brokers making their own platforms? To be honest with you, I have a couple American students, and all I've heard from them is complaints regarding brokers having their own platform.
Hey, Lazarus, what's up?
So I will always stand for like MetaTrader. I love me a MetaTrader. It's what I started with. It's what I'm accustomed to. I'll always use MetaTrader until the day I can't.
I've opened an account in his Dominion broker to test it. Then I went to verify my account. The verification is still waiting since 2 months now. I asked him that my account is still not verified after. Yeah, bro, Raja, you just want to stay away from. That you just want to stay away from.
Look, Tony, I 80% agree with you because MetaTrader I prefer on the phone and CTrader is nice on the PC. So they're like a 50-50. But for me personally, I execute on my cell phone. So for me, it's just better on MetaTrader. It's what I'm used to. When I started trading, I never had a PC. All I had was, what phone did I start off trading with actually? A Samsung S6. Phew. That just shows how long I've been trading for. A Samsung S6 with a cracked camera and a cracked screen. And I did my analysis and my trading all for that. So for me, I'm used to that.
Hey, Tariq, I'm doing great, my brother. How you doing?
Pentium 1. Yo, look, on PC, like, once you get used to it, though, MetaTrader is fine. But I will admit, like, C Trader on PC is much better. I prefer it.
Bro,
It's
just
lacquer.
C Trader just, it's like overcomplicated for me. You know, like, okay, bro, if I put this in a simple way, MetaTrader is iPhone, is Apple. C Trader is Android.
Yeah.
MetaTrader gives me what I need. Your account's there.
Yeah,
You
it's
place
simple,
your trade.
straightforward, yeah.
That's it. C Trader is going to tell me what the weather is in China. It's going to tell me at how many degrees Celsius the candles move into the right. It's going to give me a full analysis with all my indicators. It's going to tell me your flipping how many traders are in this amount of positions going short, how many traders are going long. Like, I don't need to do my full analysis on there. I just need to place the trade.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's what I've traded you for.
For sure, yeah.
So it's that thing of they give you 10,000 features when I just need 2.
For sure. Yeah, I know. I also like to keep things simple. Trade on TradingView. Oh, dude, I could never trade on TradingView. Ghost, what's happening, my brother? Hope you're doing good. Tariq, what's happening, broski? Hope you're doing awesome, man. Stefan, hope you're doing well. Got some late comers in the building, but they're here. Yeah, as long as you're here, man. Nah. Not a Nokia 3310. I'm not. On Nokia 3310, that phone was used to play Snake. That's all it was used for. Snake and throw my brother in his head.
Yo, in 2007, I got a Samsung D600. I got photos with 90% of the Springbok squad, Percy and these guys. 2 weeks later, my phone got stolen. Man, I would have wanted those pics. The only thing is, Stian, those pics, bro, the picture would have been like this big right now. So you would have had like a 320 pixel photo.
Looks like the whole Springbok team is missing front teeth. I wanted to make. Who said that? Someone said they MetaTrader delays. Who said that? I read it now.
Keys, who was your mentor when you started trading? So I did too. When I started trading, just myself. Like me and my mates, we got into it together and we were just doing it ourselves. Like, hey bro, check out, I found this. Hey bro, check this out. Check this. Like, did it ourselves. Then I did courses, which again, I was just getting people's courses and doing them. And then, like, if I have to be full on, honestly, like my first mentor was Garen. Garen, literally, that's how me and Garen, like, our friendship started after that, and he sounded like a brother to me. I started a new job, so I haven't been on the stream in 3 weeks. I apologize.
Congrats on the new job, though.
Yeah, brother, but
Yeah.
Congrats. The days of Blackberries, if you had one, you were cool. Yo, BBM.
You know when you were cool is if you had a Samsung E250 and you went into the settings and turned that volume up. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. And then when you're walking around school, you hold the phone like this and you move with your numbers. Wait, can the camera see it? You hold the phone by the speaker after you mod the phone's speaker, and then you walk around like that.
Right.
With your head mounted on your back.
You know what
and your grasshoppers.
You know what I'll never forget? It was primary school. When that phone came out, when you flipped it sideways and the keyboard, the full on keyboard. What was they? Were Samsungs or the LGs?
Oh, the chatterbox. LG chatterbox.
Yeah, when it's in your normal phone, but then you turn it sideways and you flip it out, and then there's a whole keyboard at the bottom of it.
I think it was the LG chatterbox. I can't remember.
Bro, that's when you were the shit then, bro. Even I still typing like this, and you like turn out, and I'm like, yeah. LG, yes, there we go, yeah, LG chatterbox.
No ways, Juice Star remembers the code. Was that the code? Bruh, I blew my speaker doing that. My 250 used to play. My 250 used to play, dude.
Sure, bro. And who remembers the days of Mix It? Yeah. The kids of today, that was the real grind, bro.
What's your Ezreal? What's your Ezreal? What? WUD. No, what is it? WUU2.
Yeah. What was that 50 Rand Celsi contract phone again? Yeah, I flipped it open. Everyone had that thing.
Joe Bank.
I got in the kakas and mix it. Guys, share your mixer chat room names. Mixer cheese, BVM contact chain. Let's throw back to when you could have one song on your phone and you were the coolest person that got the one latest song.
Yo, very true. Can you Bluetooth me that song, please?
Yeah. And then we still went from Bluetooth to everyone was what your 2BD downloads.
Yes, I remember that. If you want to really take it back, who can remember Napster?
Ace the Mace, I'm not going to say it's out of gas yet. Asia Lows is obviously, we want to see a bit of a hold here. The next candle can always drive. But the main event for me is going to be previous daily lows, what we happen there.
I wonder if Too Cute For You still remembers me.
Mixer main players, yeah. Can you guys remember the 250 Rand airtime you had to buy if no contact? Yo, bro, when we were at school, the telephones,
That's a lie.
when there was that code, you had to go press in there to give you a please call me.
Yes.
When I always had to phone my parents because you couldn't have phones at school, so you had to go to the telephone box, put the code in. I used to always remember my mom would be like, get in this random thing, please call me. And she goes, okay, that's my boy. Then she phones you, hey, what's up? Okay, mom, sports is cancelled. You can fetch me after school.
That Tariq, the best was because I hope this doesn't fuck up the stream, but the best was when you could see what the people were listening to on their Blackberries, and then you see this random contact of yours. Let's say his name is John. He's listening to Debbie Does Durban.
Right, I was just gonna say
that, and it's always like late at night. Why is he?
right, I'll never forget that when they're talking about that and showing what song you do, and it's the same thing. And you go on there, bro. I promise you, this happened to one of my mates. And I go on there, and I'm like, check the brothers online. I want to message him, and there I check this thing. It's like, yeah, something stepsister. This, and I'm like, my brother, you need to get off there right now.
Yo, that is a lot.
You are being exposed to your whole contact list.
That is a lot. Oh my word.
Oh.
That was the best. Then you get to school next day like, what? We know what your taste is now.
Yeah. When I started, that MT5 is much better. MT4
Guys,
is
I'll
just
be back now.
outdated. Sure, bro. And you know what really caught Owens out? And that was the most thing, like the later days, was when Snapchat, and it was who was your best friends on Snapchat? Who were you snapping the most the whole time? Yes, sis. That was quite funny. I used to message him straight away. Literally, bro. So you full advantage of that. Did you guys hear about Young Blokos? No? That ended friendships. Snap streaks. Yo, bro, those snap streaks, they were dangerous. Those were the days. Sad estimates. Yeah, bro. Our kids one day, they're never gonna know what we had to go through. How you were exposing yourself. Oh. Hey guys, those were wild days. Yep, there goes DXY for this Asia house, guys. BB moment was when someone had answered you and online you start pinging them. Yes, sis. That flippin' ping. Nah, I was that person, bro. That's when I just block you on the spot. And the worst is when our parents find out about it and your parents are bloody pinging you. The original screenshot was bro, yeah, the munch, screen munch. Bro, crazy thing that someone showed me this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
A new like security system.
Yeah.
On WhatsApp. You can't screenshot someone's profile picture.
Yeah. There's I think it's part of that new end-to-end encrypting thing.
Yeah, so you can't screenshot a profile picture. Which to me doesn't make sense. Because I don't get what they're trying to do. So like I can screenshot our chat, but I can't screenshot your profile picture. Like I don't get that. But at the same time, you can't screenshot it, but I can screen record.
No?
So if I just screen record it,
Yeah.
and then I can pause it and screenshot the screen recording.
I actually saw that.
Like, yeah, bro. Sometimes these guys, they think they're clever and then they're like, ish, loophole. And then when you lack some context, ask someone to BC or BB input. Bro! Yeah, that was the thing. Please add my mate. Ladies, he's single. If you're looking for a good chat. Screen munch. Oh. Yeah, guys, we had some crazy things there. I haven't seen this DXY, guys. Is G actually reversing like we were talking about? Oof, big reversal. Yeah. Hey.
GJ not really giving me top wicks on those lower time frames at the moment.
Hey, Jax. What do you know about that late night on E? Moonbase, bro.
I actually see I could have taken possible gold longs off of this area as a type 2, but then stops would have been a bit big. Off that 15, there's your 15 engulfing. Take it on the next flip, there's your type 2 alongside buys, very nice. And then you'd have to have your stop as your running candle.
Yeah, Jax, please for everyone else, because we don't know what you're talking about. What was happening on ETV at midnight? Did you actually play those games on DSTV? Yeah, I remember the one. And then, bro, you know what else would happen? That was the whole reason when I started my Facebook account, was purely to play Farmville. That was it, bro.
Farmville. There was when Facebook was that. Well, I don't know have Facebook anymore. But when I was in high school and I had Facebook, there was this other car game. I can't remember what it was. Like, it was almost like you built like a car city. I can't remember what it was.
I use a bot clicker to farm for me on Farmville. American Pie and DSTV. Hey guys. Grade 5, my friend put the ETV show on max volume, took the remote, take the batch out and threw it away. Damn, my parents were mad as hell. Cold bars, keys, you going? I'm thinking of it, brother. I am definitely thinking of it. Miles, are you talking about Cartown?
Yes, Car Town. What? What a throwback. Car Town. You have to see this quickly. Is it still a thing? Because I don't have Facebook. But
I need big green candle and I'll hop in.
yes, yeah, this is the game. Oh my gosh, this was a game for me. Back in the day. Early, what's this, 2010s? Damn.
Bro, but also now, like, even when you talk games, like the PlayStation era, like, bro, the end games like they used to be on the PlayStation 2, bro. For me, still, PlayStation 2 is the best generation of PlayStation games.
San Andreas,
Yeah,
that is the one. I used to cheat code the shit out of that
bro.
game. Next thing, my man is flying a jetpack. Then he's flying a tank in the sky with a NASCAR car.
Bro, Need for Speed Most Wanted, 100% lads. That is still the goated game.
Need for Speed Underground 2. That was
And
my,
Underground, bro.
that was my shit. That and Most Wanted was also really good, but Underground 2 was just something else. I never had one, so I used to go to a friend's place just to play it.
Yo, bro, so many games. I mean, the Ratchet and Clanks,
Oh my gosh.
Jack and Daxter.
That was a vibe one night, yeah.
Bro, what was that other car game? What was it? Taxi Driver or something.
Taxi Driver. But that was at the game center. Or on the PC.
Is it
On-
Taxi
on
Driver
the-
I'm thinking of?
You know what game I enjoyed on was
Crash Bandicoots.
what's
Yo,
that thing?
Gran Turismo.
There's another car game. But you like, I think it was Burnout. Was it
Burnout.
I
Yeah,
think
we
it was Burnout.
totaled the cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Burnout.
Midnight Club.
Ooh, Midnight
Ah, bro.
But the dub edition, Midnight Club dub edition, I had that on my PSP. That was, damn, crazy. I used to go hire games at the DVD store just to play.
Driver. Yo, that guys. Bro, and imagine that, hey, like,
Yeah, I feel like games isn't the same actually.
bro,
Thinking about
it's
this,
not. When you think of what games used to be, the original God of War, those
Yes.
ones, God of War 2 and that, like, games just are not close to what they used to be, bro.
I mean, we've been playing the same Grand Theft Auto for the past 14 years. Think about it. GTA 5 has been out for like 14 years.
bro, and you know what the craziest thing, as I saw a thing about it the other day, and it was like, imagine a world in South Africa. We had a shop where you went and paid 20 Rand to rent a game or a video or whatever, and we were all trusted and known you were going to take it back in a day or two. Today's world, bro, that would never work. Like, not just the fact that everything's streamed, but like the fact we actually had a system where you went, rented stuff for a day, and people were like honest, and you take it back the next day. Like, you could just disappear and never go back.
Yanet, just to answer that question, gold is bullish because of this specific reason here. You have your low there, you have your pullback there, there's your drive, right? Once it then started trading above these highs, it flipped us bullish. So that is why it's bullish in my opinion.
Yeah, Kaylin, I'm already done it, bro. Mine's on the PS2, bro. That for me was always the most iconic. Hey, bro, that 2 megabyte memory card would ruin your life.
Bro, let's not even talk about that. I got a PlayStation 1, right? And it never had a memory card. I played the same level on Tomb Raider every single day because I never had a memory card.
Bro,
That was a tough time.
that was a... Bro, and then when you talk about the Call of Duties, Modern Warfare 2, bro. For me, Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, still the most goated time ever. Bro, like, it's... And you know, hey, it's the little things like that where I miss and I feel... Even for myself, like, to do it again, was like every weekend, obviously when you got to that point, was having LAN parties. Like, taking my whole PC, all of my mates, we went to like one of our houses, we'd take over the whole dining room, all of our PC set up. You play like the whole weekend straight. You just living off like chips, soda, cool drinks, and pizza. Like, those are the days, bro. The intervention. Yeah.
Now we're looking at things like how much is a new air fryer.
Miles, that's why you're such a great trader today, bro. Resilience due to that Tomb Raider season.
I think so, dude. I think so.
Hey, Geeks, that grabber kick strat is an absolute game changer. Thanks for dropping that video. Absolute pleasure, my brother.
Mr. Videos. Ooh, Jex. Dude. Mr. Video and Video Tavern. I was there.
Would do anything to have a proper LAN again. Oh my days, bro. Same, yeah. Even the fact, like, you know what? Even if you had to do it, like, in the essence of you still play mod, like, online, for example, but just to have all the boys together and sit there and jam and, like, lock out the rest of the world for, like, a whole weekend, bro. Clash of Clans, yo. Yeah, bro, screen watching. When you had to, oh my word, bro. You race your mate in like Gran Turismo, or you play Call of Duty and it's split screen, and you be like, bro, you set the ground rules,
Yeah.
you don't look at my screen.
The thing is, the trust you need to have in your friend to not look at your screen. You know he's looking.
You know he's looking,
You know
bro.
he's looking. It's that, and then it's also FIFA 2008, and you've done extra time, you've done both sessions, you're now taking penalties. You literally lost both trusts in each other. You're sitting in the corner of the couch, hiding your control, praying that he doesn't see which direction you're aiming that button.
Literally, bro. Menti, I swear we all had the same childhood, bro, and that's the awesome thing about it, eh?
FIFA 07. I think that era of FIFA was
FIFA
tops.
07. Bro,
Like any,
like Rugby 08.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I could never like figure the game out. I don't know why. I don't know why. I used to flop with rugby. It was fun, but I used to flop a lot. I don't know why.
Bro, and that was still the time where the WWE games were also goated, bro.
Ooh, WWE Smackdown.
Yeah.
Dude, there was one on PlayStation 2 called Here Comes the Pain. That was my...
I remember.
Do you know how many
bro.
times I threw people off the steel cage when I was Undertaker? I'm choke slamming the shit out of people off Hell in the Cell. Voop, there they go. That was tops. That was absolutely tops. Or when we did Elimination Chamber. Oh my days. It's gone. Don't let me get you in the parking lot brawl. I'm hooting you with anything I find. Smashing you against the car's bonnet. 6 love. Here comes Ric Flair and Vince McMahon. Dude, with DX, I used to come to school and do that. That thing was my thing. That when they do that, boom. Your net. I can sit with you after session and go through it. Guys, just doesn't seem like I'm getting a movie. It's 11 o'clock ready. Nothing that is tantalizing my taste buds. I don't see her. If I don't get a trade by 11:30, I shall call it a session. You know what I want though? I would like to get an old Game Boy Color and play Pokemon on it. If I can somehow, somewhere find that thing, I'll buy it.
Honestly, I don't think childhood would ever be better than the East. And bro, I agree with you. Hands down. You're making me slow. Bro, you know, even still, like, even at school, hey, was then also like all the cards, the collecting cards, the FIFA cards, the WWE cards.
Miles, did you ever have a Tamagotchi? Bro, I probably had 5. My animals always died. I couldn't, like, I never saw. Because obviously that thing, you need to feed and water it. Well, not water, feed it and give it water every day. I couldn't do that while I was in school. So when I get home from school, my brother's dead.
Literally, bro.
He's dead.
My cousin now, his girlfriend, she literally got a Tamagotchi.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, bro. You can still
Hectic.
get them. She got herself one the other day.
You guys talking about these fans games? I was only playing Farm Sim. You know what? I still have my Tazos.
Bro, the Tazos.
Still have
The
them.
amount of flipping it was Simba at that time. Or was it Lay's?
What was it? I think it was Simba.
It was Simba,
I think
eh?
it was
I'm sure it was
yeah.
Simba.
I think it was Simba.
The amount of Simba chips, bro, I ate in that childhood to get Tazos.
Look, this might make me sound super old.
Yeah,
but
Simba chips, yeah.
do you guys remember when Knickknacks, when Knickknacks had the tattoos inside? I don't know if you guys remember.
yeah.
Bro, I was volgeplakt with Knickknack chappies, bro.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards, yo.
There's a nice little pump from GJ. Let's see if we can close beneath here on the next 15.
The Blue Eyes White Dragon, bro. Nah, guys, when we sit back now, hey, you couldn't have had a better childhood. As much shit as I think we always talk about, and you know what we were talking about earlier, like, we love our country. Like, yes, people always say America was the whole white picket fence and all that crap, and I think in South Africa in the 2000s, that was a goated childhood.
No, 100%. 100%.
I played in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, got my ass ate.
Bro, that, do you remember that though? Remember when you're getting money in Lays or Simba? That is mal, because that is so true. I forgot about that. Like there's a random 10 rand. I remember that. And look, back then 10 rand was 100 bucks. That was a lot of money. 10 rand back in the day. You could buy a Fortuner and a Hilux for 10 rand.
Should lower Jordan Jammers these would lend the after picture and copy trace it up. Yo. Bro. What a time to be alive. I had a crush on the Dark Magician girl. Nah, bro, you know as a child growing up, you know still today, hey? The best crush. Kim Possible.
Yo,
Bro. Kim Possible.
don't let me get started with Kim Possible. She made my life very impossible. I wish I was Ron Weasley. Actually, fuck Kim Possible. I wanted the Rufus. I wanted that little naked mole rat. That's what I wanted. He ate nachos. I wanted that. Always wanted a naked mole rat that could eat nachos until I saw what a naked mole rat looks like in person. Hell no. Naked mole rat. What is that? I don't want that. When I saw this thing, I was like, nah, it's okay. You can have Rufus.
You're a Tropica and pie for 10 rand. Bro, always the tuck shop, the apple munchies. Literally, bro, a day like today, we were super hot. Lunchtime, break time, apple munchies. Yo, DXY is pumping those highs now.
Do you know, I think that volume is coming off that 4-hour zone in the daily zone. Which is this what we mentioned here, tapping into that area 197.50, and then also your equal highs on that 4-hour. That's literally retesting the liquidity there. I think that's where price is getting its volume from right now, which is good. I mean, I would love to catch a move today. So if we can start closing beneath you on the 15 or 30 minute time frame, I'm going to short it down to the current daily low. Well, I'm going to take 10, but the idea is further. And on the contrary, if it doesn't...
Dylan, that was one of the biggest debates, bro. Shigo vs. Kim Possible.
That was actually my favorite chocolate, Eastermeister. Eastermeis. Just because it said you can only eat it if you're over 18. And I was 12. I felt like a rebel. Walk home, hide my blue tongue from my mother. That was tops.
The fast forward bar, bro.
Top. But the best chocolate back in my day was an Inside Story. If you can remember that.
Which is the one that had the yes, no one?
PS.
No, it wasn't PS. PS
Yeah.
was still there. It was like a normal, like,
No, PS.
like chocolate. Almost looked like two big slab pieces.
Yeah, it was
Was
PS.
one saying yes, one saying no. Was it PS?
PS, yeah. PS. PS.
It was called yes,
no.
no. Oh.
This. Yeah, PS.
Bro, that was... That's how you used to ask the girls out, bro.
Do you like me? No.
Yeah.
But can I sleep over? No. Do you like me? No. Okay, about 7 minutes to this close. I just want to see how this 15 is going to close. We can start getting closer below. That will give me that idea that can continue popping down. Actually, it got discontinued not so long ago, but the chocolate log, that was my shit.
The chocolate log.
No, not longer. It got discontinued recently.
Yeah. To be fair, that one, like, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I was always like on the fence with that one.
I don't know why. That thing slapped for me. That gave me like a sweetie pie vibe on steroids. Oh, I thought it was PS. It looked like PS vibes. PS did something also where it was like two chocolates. Two things inside. Purple PS? Ew. No. No. PS must be white. But then PS actually brought like this caramel one. I didn't like that one. I like the plain white one. The chocolate PS, the brown PS one gave me soy bun. For real. It literally gave me heartburn. I don't know why. That's what she said. Yo, that's the thing though, Yazid. Where they getting those bars from, which means it's old chocolates, and I don't want old chocolates. It's almost like La Bamba beef. They discontinued La Bamba beef, but somehow Paki shops is still selling it. Where are they finding this La Bamba beef? And La Bamba beef was my shit. Where are they finding it? I don't know. So I won't show it.
Yo, Wilson Toffees, bro.
So, man. Sweet Connection. Wait, does Sweet Connection have La Bamba beef? Don't tell me that, they'll fuck up my diet. Because I'm going there today. Look, that's what like today's generation doesn't understand. You know, like guys are very big on like mewing so they can get their jawline more defined and they'll like mew. You can see they weren't born in our era because we just ate Wilson Toffees. That will give you a Musa jawline. That's all you need.
Jaw Wonder Bars.
Yeah, Wonder Bar was good. It's not the same. It's almost like a chomp. Chomp isn't a chomp anymore. Is chomp still a thing? But
I think you still get
the
chomp.
last time I had a chomp, it's just not a chomp, man.
Yeah.
It's not chomping anymore. Actually, Lyndon, you should. What? It's 50 rand for a full black bag. You're not gonna do this to me today. Looks like I'm going to Sweet Connection today. Chomp is 8 rand? Never. That stuff was 1 rand.
That's crazy, bro.
That is mal. 1 rand for Chomp.
Bro,
Chomp was like that standard party pack chocolate.
Bro, I still remember when when the Kinder Joys came out, and they were only 5 rand. 5 rand for Kinder Joy.
Kinder Joy. Now it's $30.
Yo.
Lyndon, I hope you're not putting my leg, dude. You will see me in shoulder later.
I landed back from the UK and BP sells a crunchy for $28. That is crazy, bro. There's only one way to eat a Kit Kat. Oh, guys, this is a debate. Hold on. Miles, how do you eat a Kit Kat, bro? Wait, what? The whole...
I'll bite through all the legs.
No, man.
No, I'm only joking. I'll break it.
You have to, they are, bro. You have
I'll
to.
break it.
Piece by piece by piece.
I'll break I'll break it. Now, I'll break it break by break. How do you eat a whole nut slab?
Guys, did
Also
you know
piece by
that a
piece.
flake does not melt? No ways. That is still
Really?
the messiest chocolate on the planet. It's so good though, but like, are you serious? It does not melt. So if I leave that outside now, it's not gonna melt.
I think she's right. Because I think I've had that experiment before. I think I've had
Like,
that
does it
experiment
just get
before.
does it get hot at least? Like, how does it not melt?
It's just there.
The structure group. You know what? That makes so no sense, bro. Because like the
That
structure,
makes so no sense.
but like, you touch it and it falls apart.
Yeah. It's... But I like the dip flake. Like, it's a flake, but it's dipped.
Oh yeah, no. The thing is that I don't mind them. Like, they're not bad, but I prefer the flake. Like, a flake's a flake. It needs to be messy, bro.
I like the taste, though. I like the chocolate taste. Is dope. Oh, man.
Miles was on the verge of being sent to the metaverse.
Scooter's Pizza.
Yo.
Yo.
Ah, missed the video in Scooter's Pizza. Ah, what a time. What a time. I used to eat flake with a bowl. I think most of us did that because yes, you guys got told by your mom, you messed that chocolate on my couch. Yeah, you did. Yeah, just came up. What a balanced bracelet from Sportsman's for 1,000 rand. I think. To be fair, bro, I never actually got scammed by that because to me that was like, Oaks, how the hell is a band on my arm gonna give me more balance, and this one's gonna give me +2 agility, and this one's gonna give me like reaction time, and like what?
Did you actually see there was a documentary of those guys that made it? They got in huge shit for that. Because all like your football, NFL, NBA, all those guys actually invested into that.
Yeah.
Bro, the kids in my school that had that band, they thought they were like Superman shit.
Literally, bro.
All of a sudden, Niku is now bending backwards twice.
Yeah.
How?
I was messing with like, I remember asking my mom and dad for one, so I had double abilities. Bro, but I swear, what, like, how do you put a bracelet on and be like, oh, now you have +6 speed? What? No.
That's like they got FIFA creating my character, making level 99 on everything. Accuracy 99, shot power 99.
Oh, bro. And people would fight today. That was the beginning of ICT. Was the guys that wore those bands. That was. You just know, you're so deep in already, bro. You have to believe it.
Yes, see, beginning of ICT.
But good marketing. Hey, Lyndon, shot for the W stream. I was a king. Thank guys for everything. Hey, big ups.
Thanks,
to you, my
Lyndon.
brother.
Shot,
well done
man.
and everything as well, brother.
We need another 930 rand to buy that fixable bands.
Kex chocolates were better, but that middle layer of chocolate was thicker. Oh. Nah, guys,
Guys, it's probably going to be a no trading day for me. GJ just not giving me what I want. Very wiki, very just not giving me direction. Gold actually looking pretty decent now with possible buys above the high. And then engulfing for the shorts can happen as well. But just because of the area that we're in, I think I'm rather going to stay away from gold. We are on a heavy win streak at the moment, so I'm not going to take a trade just for the sake of taking positions. I need to still be 100% sure when I pull that trigger, she's going to smack TPs.
Hey, Ty, shove the donut,
So, yeah.
brother.
Lovely stuff there. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for those donos. Tempo was the shit. Is Tempo still a thing?
I actually think it's also been discontinued, eh? And they were around still for a while, but I think they are discontinued now. No, discontinued, yeah.
Why does Sadat say that? Sadat, I feel like you're a chocolate guy. Like, you just like your chocolates because you know everything about chocolates. That or you own a store. Which one is it? If you own a store, though, hey.
5-star took over Tempo. Oh. Like, to be fair, the 5-star is clutch.
What label is that? Must be black. Zamalek. 5-star to go with him.
A little Soweto Pepsi.
Hey, man. But you know what is in motion today is a Super C. Every day. Why did they stop fast forward?
Yo.
I'm not sure, bro.
Also, the Take 2.
What is that? What's a Take 2? I don't know. What is a Take 2? I don't know. What is that? Take 2. Chocolate.
Yeah.
Is it chocolate?
Yeah.
What is this?
Did you never have a Take 2?
I've never
bro?
had a Take 2.
It isn't as like crazy as the other ones, but definitely still there, bro.
Is a Take 2 a Twix?
Yeah. Boy, it became Twix.
Okay. I've had Twix. I've never had a Take 2. Never had that.
Miles, leave the label and get a brutal fruit mango.
Mango maniac. Yo guys, in all honesty, I don't drink. The last time I had alcohol touch my lips was 7 years ago. But I was also never a drinker.
Sure, guys, I can't say the same. I've slowed down, but yo, nah,
I've
bro,
got
I was bad.
I've got
bro.
virgin lips at the moment.
Like, we always joke about times like having alcohol. Guys, I'm not promoting this. But, we always joke about having like alcohol poisoning. I legit, bro, have been hospitalized from drinking too much. Like, I was broken. We used to be, rough, bro, rough. Keegan should go first and you're, bro, that's the new me. That's the calm Keegan. The rugby days, bro, 5 sessions. You're 20 minutes in and you guys have gone through like 40 beers.
Sure.
Nah, bro, because you're down. Everything's downers. Our coach will walk in there, bro. He's got cases. So there's literally like your 4 6-packs. We've got about like 8 of those. We have that down in 5 session.
Hectic. Ed, I've never even been. I can actually see that for Ed though. I don't see Ed as like someone.
Bro, you know the worst, eh? Plate, Etty, plate. The worst, bro, is we did we do beer pong. So that was always our go-to, bro, for pre's. So we go through like 4 cases of beers, okay? But now you're courts. We go through it. Now we like, listen, Oaks, this we still want to go. So we're like, okay, there's wine. We'll play with wine. We finish like the 2 bottles of wine. Now we're like, nah, we still want to jill. So we're like, nah, there's like a little bit of brandy. So we have neat brandy in the beer pong. Finish the bottle of brandy. Now we're like, nah, we still want to jill. Like, it's still pre's. We play beer pong with a bottle of Jaeger.
Just
Finish the Jaeger. Bro, now that's only pre's done. Now we only head into the jill.
hectic.
Bro, no, we used to be bad, bro. We were bad.
I love Steelbud's comment. Same, yeah. I usually just skip the tipsy. What?
It is in the now.
Have you ever bum chug? What the fuck is that? What is that? That does not sound right. That sounds something that Ed marks.
Bum chugged. I don't,
What is that?
bro. I don't know if I have. I don't know what we refer to now if you say bum chugged.
What is that? I don't even want to Google it. I'm scared I was gonna come on Google.
Bum chugged. What the hell? And it's an Aussie thing.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm
Google it,
I'm not gonna Google it. Don't worry. I'm scared what my eyes might see.
I don't know what. It's a trap. You flip upside down. It is what you think.
In your bum, or do you still drink it in your mouth?
Funnel in.
How do you know, jackass? Boom, boom, boom. Wait, if it's what I saw on Jackass,
I've done
seen it.
funnels and that before, but not the.
In the hole, my bro.
No, bro. No.
No thanks.
Nah. I'm good, eh?
See, people do
Not a
weird shit.
chance.
Like, how did you? Were you so drunk that you
Why
thought,
would you
okay,
think of that?
let me put it up my bum? That is mal. Never ever.
Dude, you should have funnel for the back end. Go straight to the brain. Yeah, the Aussies, bro. Flipping hell. Bro, the worst thing, eh? And that's where I used to always say Caitlin would laugh is again after the rugby matches and we do a shoey. Because Caitlin's like, the minute there's germs and stuff, she's like, now she'll be like, you Oaks literally just played 80 minutes of rugby. You Oaks are sweaty, smelly, all of this. Now you like pouring your drink in your shoes and then you drink it out of your shoe. Bro, she used to hate it.
Yesterday.
Some Oaks frothing for a beer now.
It's only Wednesday, boys. You, guys,
Aussies are
you can make it.
Aussies are not like it, bro.
Okay, guys. If I don't get a trade in the next 5 minutes, I think we can call it gigs. There's just nothing for me this morning. I am potentially eyeing a position on GJ if she closes back above there as my type 2 in golfing. But if it doesn't do that, I shall call it a session, boys. Nothing that is really shocking and saying, hey, Miles, take me now. So I think I'll rather hold my bullet in the chamber for tomorrow if I don't get this set up in the next 5 minutes.
So what am I looking for? Shot fun on Insta. Shot fun shotgun. What the? Oh my word.
Can I see? What is this? Shot fun. What the fuck is that?
Stefan, that is so sick, bro.
Shot fun, shot
Bro, I will happily have one of those. That is so dope. Oh my word. I need to send this to my brother. That is so sick.
Hectic.
That is dope, bro. Stefan, you just put me on something, bro. That is sick, my brother.
Hectic. That looks like a Nerf gun.
A shoey lol Aussie golfers do it. A lot of the sports, to be fair, do it. I mean, even I know cricketers do it, the rugby guys do it, the golfers. A lot of guys have brought it in. I mean, obviously Danny Rick did it at F1. I said you on Insta, then I'll order you one and send to office. I'll just need an address to send to you. Yeah, bro, just pop me. That would be sick, bro. I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, send me a DM, my brother.
What?
That's super
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, guys, as I said, sorry, like, I know we've been very off track today. I think it's purely just, we have been watching, but they just
There's
hasn't
nothing
been
happening,
anything.
boys. So we're here for that entertainment part now.
Yeah, as I said, gold, I only wanted sales kind of getting that previous daily low. Otherwise, possibly looking where we're only above the EQ. But yeah, we've been nowhere. DXY is doing what we wanted, but everything else just hasn't given us anything. So It's just one of those days, unfortunately. But I must say, it's been a very nostalgic, survivy stream. It was an epic day. Like 100%, bro. I really enjoyed today. Even though, you know what, we've had already a great start to the week. So, I mean, we haven't had any losses so far. But, so really, we are massively up on the week. So to just sit down, not try to force anything, just have a lacquer stream and hang out with everyone, it was vibes.
NCS going in. Okay.
Jeez, I'm laying money on FC. Come at me, boy. I'm still, bro. You can't understand. I was telling the guys the other day. I was fluky. I get like promotional level and grind my ass off at promotion. I lose. Now I go down a game. Win the game, back at promotion. Lose promotion. Go down a game. And it's like the game when I'm down, bro. Whitewash. Like the guy all rage quit. Get back to promotion. I'm like, okay, third time. Has to be third time lucky. Bro, I promise you not. I'm chasing the game the whole game. I draw it up. And the guy scores a goal in like the 82nd minute. From the 82nd to the end, the guy just fucking time waste. I was losing my shit, bro. And then last night I finally got promotion. But
Really? You finally got it?
bro.
You told me about that on Monday.
Yeah. Last night I finally got it. But yeah, I was raging, bro. Should the boys run up a S&D lobby on BS6? Bro, 100%. We drill almost every night, bro. Bro, literally, I'm not even joking. So Garen literally sends it to me yesterday. And he's like, oh, yeah, bro, let me just show you, by the way. I'm like, you flipping arsehole. Man sends me this, and he's like, oh, yeah. Because he's already like clocked everything. Now he's even got the flipping nebula camo. I'm like, bro, what is life right now? Like, what are you doing? Like, you just clocking every single aspect of the game at this point.
Gold possible longs, but I'm going to lay off just because of the range high that is right here. And I feel like it is quite late in my session. So I won't be taking these longs. And on GJ, let's have a look. What's happening on GJ? GJ also opened. GJ is not one to give bottom wicks this morning, guys. And you know my rule with the bottom wicks is probably one of the most vital last component before I take positions is that bottom or top wick, depending on my direction. So for me, guys, it's going to be a no trading day. No trades taken. However, as Keegan mentioned, we are heavily up for the week. All trades taken this week, we are dubbing it out. Both trades that are called Monday and Tuesday smacked TPs and beyond. It literally pulled a Buzz Lightyear on us. But yeah, man, Keeks, from my side, dude, I'm done for the day. I'm quite happy.
I'm same. Tell you, we'll even, bro, just send me a message, brother. Almost add you. You can join us when we play ranked. I'm still waiting for Mr. Miles over here to join us, but yeah, we jam some ranked, bro. But yeah, guys, I think we can go full screen. I just think Miles and myself, not going to try to force anything. It's already been a solid week, and today was a vibe session. So, as you say, guys, either, you know what, sometimes you maybe don't get a trade, but if you didn't take a loss, it's still a winning day.
Yep.
So, nothing to try force or cry about today. But Miles, appreciate it, brother. Was
Thank
awesome
you,
being
my
here
man.
today with you.
Yes, sir.
Have a lucky day, boys. Good luck for the afternoon. Appreciate it, my man. Cheers, guys. We're gonna see you all later. Yeah, guys. So really appreciate all of you. If you guys have, before you leave, please drop a like, subscribe. The goal is 15K before the end of December. We are around the corner from it.
We can do it.
So I would really appreciate it. But we're gonna see you guys for the afternoon session. Cribbo will be with me today, so we'll be ready to go, locked in for that. And see if we just continue the momentum, guys. Keep it going. But as always, guys, we're gonna see you then. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Peace and love, baby. Cheers, Chad.
Cheers, boys. We out.
Waiting for the answers to the universe. Waiting for someone to wake me up. Tell me that this is all just a dream. I'm still waiting. Waiting for a different sign. Waiting for someone to take me away. Get these thoughts off my mind. As I wait. Thinking of you, hoping that you are thinking of me too. I cannot sleep without you by me, and I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. That is why I've been waiting for someone like you. That is why I've been waiting for someone like you. Still waiting for your witty replies, waiting for your touch and kiss. I can't get you off my mind. I am trying to live another day without
could swear it's been 700 degrees in here since you came in. I could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin.